The Galactic Academy, a prestigious institution nestled on the edge of the Andromeda Galaxy, buzzed with excitement and nervous energy as the new school year began. Students from various planets and dimensions gathered, their chatter filling the air with a cacophony of intergalactic languages and laughter. Amid this vibrant crowd, Zilth, a shy and introverted student from Zentar 3, stepped into the grand hallway of the academy. Zilth's appearance was striking, iridescent scales that shimmered in the sunlight streaming through the panoramic windows, and four expressive eyes that darted around, taking in the new surroundings. Zentar 3 was a remote planet, and its inhabitants rarely ventured out into the wider universe, making Zilth an anomaly among the well-traveled students of the academy. On the first day, during the introductory assembly in the grand auditorium, Zilth felt the weight of hundreds of curious eyes. The whispers and pointed fingers were not malicious at first, merely the product of curiosity and unfamiliarity. However, as days passed, curiosity turned to ridicule. Zilth's unique way of communicating through a series of melodic tones became a subject of mockery among some of the students. The leader of the mockery was Draxus, a tall and imposing figure from a warrior planet known for its competitive and aggressive inhabitants. Draxus, with his sharp features and commanding presence, quickly established himself as a dominant force within the student body. He found amusement in belittling others, and Zilth, being the most distinct from the rest, became his favorite target. Zilth tried to blend in, to avoid the spots where Draxus and his entourage frequented, but the academy was a small world of its own. In the cafeteria, whispers would hush as Zilth approached, only to erupt into snickers once it passed. In the library, Zilth's attempts to study were often interrupted by paper airplanes or digital notes filled with unkind words. One particularly challenging day during a practical lesson in the Botanical Garden Dome, Zilth's attempt to interact with a sentient plant, a common exercise for enhancing communication skills, ended in humiliation. The plant, sensitive to emotional vibes, recoiled from Zilth's distress, causing a scene that delighted Draxus and his followers. Maya, a human student with an innate sense of justice, observed these interactions from a distance. She had traveled across galaxies with her diplomat parents and encountered various forms of life and cultures. Maya knew the importance of empathy and understanding, values instilled in her from a young age. While she wasn't one to seek confrontation, the injustice being served to Zilth struck a chord with her. As the days turned into weeks, Maya's resolve strengthened. She began to notice the subtle strengths in Zilth, its meticulous notes, the careful attention to detail in practical assignments, and the resilience it showed in the face of constant adversity. Maya realized that Zilth wasn't just a victim of bullying. It was a fellow student, trying to make the most of its education, just like her. The decision to intervene didn't come lightly to Maya. She understood the social dynamics at play and the risk of alienating herself from her peers. But as she watched Zilth retreat into a corner of the library one afternoon, surrounded by mocking holograms sent by Draxus's group, something within her clicked. It was time to act, not just for Zilth, but for the principles she stood for. The stage was set for Maya to step out of the shadows and into the fray, marking the beginning of a series of events that would change the Galactic Academy's culture forever. The story of Zilth and Maya was just beginning, a narrative that would unfold with unexpected alliances, challenges, and revelations, all orbiting around the core themes of empathy, courage, and the power of standing up for what's right. Maya watched from her vantage point in the library, her eyes flicking between the pages of her quantum physics textbook and the scene unfolding before her. Zilth, isolated at a table in the corner, was struggling to fend off the latest round of digital taunts sent by Draxus and his gang. The holographic messages, visible only to Zilth, seemed particularly vicious today, causing the alien student's four eyes to dim in distress. Over the past few weeks, Maya had become an unintentional expert on the dynamics of the Academy's social structure. She noted how groups formed based on species, planetary origin, or shared interests, creating invisible barriers that few dared to cross. Zilth, with its unique background and appearance, didn't fit into any existing group, making it an easy target for Draxus's cruel entertainment. But Maya saw something in Zilth that perhaps others didn't. There was a quiet strength in the way it continued to show up every day, attempting to engage with its studies despite the relentless bullying. She admired that resilience, recognizing a kindred spirit in the alien's perseverance. As the daughter of diplomats, Maya had learned from an early age the importance of cultural sensitivity and the power of words. Her life, a tapestry of interstellar travels, had exposed her to a myriad of civilizations, each with their unique customs and communication styles. She understood that sometimes the bravest act one could perform was to extend a hand in friendship, especially to those who seemed hopelessly different. However, Maya also knew the risks of intervening. Draxus's influence was not to be underestimated. His followers were loyal, and his reputation for ruthlessness was well earned. Maya had seen what happened to those who dared to challenge him, a swift and decisive ostracization from the social fabric of the academy. But the more Maya observed, the clearer her resolve became. She couldn't stand idly by while someone suffered, especially when she had the means to make a difference. She began to formulate a plan, one that required timing, tact, and a deep understanding of the Academy's intricate social web. Her opportunity came sooner than expected. During a class on intergalactic diplomacy, the teacher announced a group project that would count for a significant portion of the semester's grade. The students were to form teams and create proposals for a peace treaty between two conflicting alien species. It was the perfect scenario for Maya to step in and offer a partnership to Zilth under the guise of academic collaboration. As the class ended and students began to form clusters, Maya made her way to Zilth's desk. Her heart raced with a mix of fear and determination. She was about to challenge the unspoken rules of the Academy, to stand up against the tide of conformity and indifference. "Zilth," Maya began, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. "I've noticed your insights in class. I think we could make a great team for the project. Would you like to partner up?" The classroom fell silent. All eyes turned toward the pair, watching the unprecedented scene unfold. Zilth, taken aback by the unexpected offer, blinked its 4 eyes in surprise before a soft melodic tone, indicative of assent, filled the air. Maya smiled, extending her hand in a universal gesture of friendship. Zilth hesitated for a moment before reaching out with one of its slender, scaled hands, sealing their new partnership. The message was clear. Maya was taking a stand, not just for Zilth, but for the principle that everyone at the Galactic Academy deserved respect and kindness. Little did she know, this simple act of bravery would set in motion a chain of events that would ripple through the lives of all students and faculty, challenging their preconceptions and changing the Academy forever. Maya's bold gesture in the classroom marked the beginning of a subtle, yet profound shift within the walls of the Galactic Academy. Whispers filled the hallways, and curious glances followed Maya and Zilth as they began to work together on their intergalactic diplomacy project. Their unlikely alliance was the talk of the school, challenging the status quo and sparking conversations about inclusivity and diversity. Despite the newfound attention, Maya and Zilth focused intently on their project, finding common ground in their shared dedication to their studies. Maya discovered that Zilth's melodic language, though difficult for many to comprehend, conveyed complex ideas with precision and depth. In turn, Zilth learned to appreciate Maya's analytical approach and her ability to see situations from multiple perspectives, a skill honed through her upbringing in various galactic cultures. However, the path to acceptance and understanding was not smooth. Draxus, feeling his authority challenged by Maya's defiance, intensified his efforts to isolate and humiliate Zilth. He saw Maya's support as a threat to his dominance, and concocted a plan to undermine their partnership. The opportunity for Draxus to execute his plan came during a field trip to the Nebula Gardens, a vast space station renowned for its collection of rare interstellar flora and fauna. The Academy had organized the trip as an educational experience, allowing students to interact with extraterrestrial ecosystems in a controlled environment. As the students explored the gardens, marveling at the bioluminescent plants and gravity-defying water features, Draxus and his cronies cornered Zilth in one of the less frequented sections of the station. With no one around to witness their actions, they unleashed a barrage of insults and mocked Zilth's attempts to communicate. Maya, who had been studying a cluster of star blossoms, sensed that something was amiss. Her intuition led her to Zilth's location, where she found Draxus towering over the alien student, his followers laughing cruelly at their distress. Without hesitation, Maya stepped in, positioning herself between Zilth and the bullies. Her voice was calm but firm as she addressed Draxus. "This isn't the way to prove your strength. True leadership is about respect and understanding, not intimidation." Draxus, taken aback by Maya's courage, scoffed and attempted to brush past her. But Maya stood her ground, her presence commanding despite her smaller stature. "If you have a problem with Zilth, you'll have to deal with me," she declared, locking eyes with Draxus. The standoff was interrupted by the arrival of a teacher, alerted by the commotion. Draxus and his group quickly dispersed, leaving Maya and Zilth alone. Zilth, visibly shaken but unharmed, expressed gratitude to Maya through a series of harmonious tones, revealing a depth of emotion that Maya had never before witnessed. The incident at the Nebula Gardens became a turning point for Maya and Zilth. Their peers, many of whom had been passive observers of Draxus's bullying, began to reconsider their own roles in the school's social hierarchy. Conversations sparked in dormitories and classrooms, questioning the acceptance of such behavior. For Maya and Zilth, the encounter strengthened their bond. They returned to their project with renewed vigor, their collaboration now symbolizing not just academic partnership, but a stand against injustice. Unbeknownst to them, their actions had set the stage for a broader movement within the Academy, one that would challenge long-standing norms and pave the way for a more inclusive and compassionate community. In the aftermath of the Nebula Gardens incident, the dynamic at the Galactic Academy began to shift subtly. Maya's act of standing up for Zilth sent ripples through the student body, igniting conversations and reflections on the values they held as future leaders and influencers of the galaxy. While Draxus and his followers maintained their air of superiority, a growing undercurrent of respect for Maya and Zilth emerged among their peers. As Maya and Zilth delved deeper into their project, they discovered a synergy between them that transcended their initial intentions of mere academic collaboration. Maya's broad perspective, shaped by her experiences in diverse cultures, complemented Zilth's intricate understanding of communication and nuance, allowing them to craft a peace treaty proposal that was both innovative and empathetic. Their project required them to simulate a negotiation between two conflicting alien species, utilizing a mix of diplomacy, cultural insights, and strategic communication. As they worked on their proposal, they grew to understand each other's strengths and weaknesses, forming a bond that was rooted in mutual respect and shared goals. The Academy took notice of their progress. Teachers observed their unique approach to the project, and students began to see them not as an odd pairing but as a formidable team. This newfound recognition was a stark contrast to the isolation and ridicule they had faced just weeks before. Meanwhile, Draxus watched their rising esteem with a mix of resentment and intrigue. He couldn't deny the effectiveness of their partnership, which challenged his perceptions of strength and alliance. Though he wasn't ready to abandon his ways, he found himself questioning the foundations of his leadership and the loyalty of his followers. As the project deadline approached, Maya and Zilth were selected to present their peace treaty simulation in front of the entire Academy. The presentation would be a culmination of their efforts, a testament to their unlikely alliance, and, unbeknownst to them, a pivotal moment in the Academy's cultural evolution. On the day of the presentation, the auditorium was filled with an air of anticipation. Students and faculty gathered, curious to witness the product of Maya and Zilth's collaboration. As they took the stage, Maya felt a surge of pride and camaraderie, while Zilth exuded a quiet confidence, its scales shimmering under the auditorium lights. Their presentation was a blend of eloquence and insight. Maya spoke with clarity and conviction, while Zilth's melodic tones added depth and emotion to their words. They laid out a vision for peace that was not just a resolution to a hypothetical conflict, but a call to empathy and understanding across all forms of life. The audience was captivated. As Maya and Zilth concluded, the auditorium erupted into applause. a sound that resonated with the promise of change and the recognition of a new kind of leadership, one that was inclusive, thoughtful, and bold. In that moment, Maya and Zilth were no longer just students. They were catalysts for a broader movement within the academy. Their success was not only a personal triumph, but a challenge to the status quo, setting a new standard for how differences were perceived and valued. As the applause continued, it was clear that the academy was on the cusp of a new era, one where diversity was not just tolerated, but celebrated as a source of strength and innovation. The success of Maya and Zilth's presentation marked a turning point at the Galactic Academy. Their project not only showcased their individual talents, but also highlighted the power of collaboration across different species and cultures. This event stirred a newfound sense of unity among the students, who began to see the value in diversity and teamwork. In the wake of their achievement, the Academy announced the annual Galactic Challenge, a prestigious event that tested the mettle of the students through a series of rigorous academic and physical trials. This year, however, there was a twist. Inspired by the example set by Maya and Zilth, the Academy's faculty decided to emphasize teamwork, particularly between students from different backgrounds. Maya and Zilth, now celebrated for their groundbreaking partnership, were among the first to sign up. The challenge consisted of various stages, each designed to test the participants' knowledge, agility, and cooperation skills. From deciphering ancient alien scripts to navigating simulated black hole mazes, the tasks required a blend of intellectual prowess and physical dexterity. As the competition commenced, Maya and Zilth's synergy was evident. They tackled each challenge with a combination of strategic planning and mutual support. Maya's quick thinking and agility helped them maneuver through physical obstacles, while Zilth's analytical skills and unique sensory abilities were key in solving complex puzzles. Their performance did not go unnoticed. Other teams, inspired by their example, began to shed their prejudices and work together in unprecedented ways. The competition became more than a contest of skills. It transformed into a celebration of diversity and unity, reflecting the changing ethos of the Academy. However, the ultimate test came in the form of the final challenge, a simulated planetary exploration mission where teams had to rescue hostages from a hostile environment. The scenario required not only intelligence and physical skill, but also a deep understanding of teamwork and empathy. As Maya and Zilth embarked on the mission, they encountered unexpected obstacles that tested their limits. Hostile terrain, unpredictable weather conditions, and complex alien technology challenged their resolve. Yet their unwavering trust in each other and their complementary abilities guided them through. In a dramatic finale, with time running out, Maya and Zilth executed a daring rescue plan. Maya's combat training and Zilth's navigational expertise combined to create a perfect strategy, culminating in a thrilling escape from the simulation just as the timer hit 0. Their victory was met with thunderous applause from students and faculty alike. Maya and Zilth, once seen as an unlikely duo, had not only won the Galactic Challenge, but had also embodied the spirit of cooperation and respect that the Academy was beginning to embrace. The impact of their victory extended beyond the confines of the competition. It set a new standard for the Academy, proving that unity and diversity was not just a lofty ideal, but a practical approach to achieving greatness. The Galactic Challenge had become a turning point, heralding a new era of collaboration and mutual respect at the Galactic Academy. The triumph of Maya and Zilth in the Galactic Challenge was a watershed moment for the Galactic Academy. Their victory was not merely a testament to their individual capabilities, but a clear vindication of the power of unity in diversity. The Academy, once rife with divisions and unspoken hierarchies, began to witness a transformation, with students from varied backgrounds coming together, inspired by the example set by the two. In the wake of the challenge, Maya and Zilth became icons of change within the Academy. Their story was discussed in classrooms and dormitories, serving as a beacon of inclusivity and collaboration. The faculty, recognizing the shifting dynamics, started to incorporate more teamwork-focused curricula, aiming to foster an environment where diversity was seen as an asset rather than an obstacle. Draxus, once the undisputed ringleader of exclusion and mockery, found himself increasingly isolated. His old tactics no longer held sway as the Academy's culture evolved. Witnessing Maya and Zilth's success and the subsequent change in the student body's attitude, he began to question his actions and the principles he had adhered to. The changes within Draxus were gradual but noticeable. He started reaching out to those he had once marginalized, seeking to understand the perspectives he had previously dismissed. This shift did not go unnoticed, as former skeptics cautiously welcomed his attempts at reconciliation, recognizing that true change often comes from within. As for Maya and Zilth, their bond strengthened further, transcending the confines of mere friendship to something much deeper, akin to kinship. They continued their academic pursuits with renewed vigor, now frequently sought after by their peers for advice and collaboration. The end of the school year approached, and the Academy prepared for a grand ceremony to honor the achievements of its students, especially those who had exemplified the values of unity and progress. Maya and Zilth were at the forefront, their project and victory in the Galactic Challenge highlighted as exemplars of the Academy's new direction. During the ceremony, the head of the Academy addressed the gathering, praising the students for their achievements and highlighting the importance of diversity, empathy, and collaboration. Maya and Zilth received special commendations, not just for their intellectual and physical accomplishments, but for their role in fostering a more inclusive and supportive environment at the Academy. As they stood on the stage, receiving their awards, Maya and Zilth looked out at the sea of faces, students and faculty from countless species and cultures, all united in celebration. They realized that their journey had not just been about overcoming personal challenges, but about contributing to something larger than themselves. The ceremony concluded with a standing ovation, a collective acknowledgement of the journey the Academy had undertaken, from a place of division to one of unity. Maya and Zilth, once mere students, had ignited a spark of change that would continue to inspire the Galactic Academy for generations to come. As the new academic year dawned at the Galactic Academy, the impact of Maya and Zilth's achievements resonated through the corridors and classrooms, signaling a new era of camaraderie and collaboration. The Academy that once buzzed with fragmented cliques and unspoken prejudices now thrived on the principles of unity and mutual respect, a transformation inspired by two students who dared to challenge the status quo. Draxus, whose journey from antagonist to ally encapsulated the Academy's shift, played a pivotal role in this new chapter. His transformation became a symbol of redemption and growth, encouraging others to reassess their biases and behaviors. The student body began to embrace diversity, not as a mere tolerance of differences, but as a celebration of the unique perspectives and skills each individual brought to the table. Maya and Zilth, now in their senior year, continued to excel academically and personally, but their legacy extended far beyond their own accomplishments. They had become mentors and role models for the younger students, guiding them through the challenges of intergalactic education and interpersonal relations. Their story was integrated into the Academy's curriculum, serving as a case study in empathy, leadership, and the strength found in diversity. The Galactic Challenge, which had been a turning point in the Academy's cultural evolution, was revamped to further emphasize teamwork and cross-cultural understanding. The competition became more than just a test of individual prowess. It was a celebration of collective intelligence and ingenuity, mirroring the collaborative spirit Maya and Zilth had sparked. The changes at the Academy did not go unnoticed beyond its walls. Other institutions across the galaxy began to look to the Galactic Academy as a model for fostering inclusivity and unity. Delegations from various planets visited, eager to learn and replicate the Academy's successful integration of diverse species and cultures. As the year progressed, Maya and Zilth prepared for their next adventure: graduation. The prospect of leaving the Academy was bittersweet, but they were buoyed by the knowledge that their influence would endure in the hallways they once walked and in the lives of the students they inspired. Their final days at the Academy were a flurry of exams, farewells, and preparations for the graduation ceremony, a grand event attended by dignitaries from across the galaxy, reflecting the Academy's esteemed reputation. During the ceremony, as Maya and Zilth stood side by side, they reflected on their journey. From their initial days of isolation and struggle to their pivotal role in uniting the Academy, they had traversed a path filled with challenges and triumphs. As they received their diplomas, the applause that filled the auditorium was not just for their academic achievements, but for their enduring impact on the fabric of the Academy. Their graduation marked the end of an era for Maya and Zilth at the Galactic Academy, but it also heralded the beginning of new journeys that would take them to distant corners of the galaxy, where they would continue to spread the values of empathy, unity, and collaboration. As the ceremony concluded and the graduates dispersed under the starlit sky, the legacy of Maya and Zilth lingered at the Academy, a beacon of hope and a testament to the idea that even in a galaxy brimming with diversity, unity was not just possible but powerful. After graduation, Maya and Zilth embarked on their separate paths, each carrying the lessons and experiences they had garnered from their time at the Galactic Academy. Maya delved into interstellar diplomacy, using her skills and experiences to navigate complex negotiations between varying species and planets. Zilth returned to Zentar 3, where it applied its knowledge and newfound confidence to advocate for its planet's deeper integration into the intergalactic community. Back at the Academy, the legacy of their partnership continued to resonate. The story of Maya and Zilth was not just a memory, but a living, breathing ethos that permeated the institution. Their example had sparked a cultural shift, encouraging a new generation of students to view diversity as a wellspring of strength and innovation. The faculty, inspired by the positive changes, integrated more collaborative projects and intercultural exchanges into the curriculum. These initiatives were designed not only to enhance academic learning, but also to foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of the myriad cultures and species within the galaxy. Students now work together in ways that would have been unimaginable before Maya and Zilth's time. Joint projects between species that had historically been rivals or indifferent to each other became common, leading to groundbreaking discoveries and innovations. The Academy's reputation soared, attracting a diverse array of talent from all corners of the galaxy, each eager to be part of this new wave of collaboration and unity. As years passed, Maya and Zilth remained in touch, their unique bond unbroken by distance or time. They followed each other's careers with pride and interest, knowing that their paths, though now separate, were forever intertwined by their shared history at the Academy. The impact of their friendship extended beyond their personal successes. Stories of their achievements and the cultural transformation they had ignited at the Galactic Academy traveled across the galaxy, inspiring other institutions and communities to embrace diversity and collaboration. The Academy itself became a beacon of progressive education, a place where students from vastly different backgrounds came together to learn, not just about the universe, but about each other. It stood as a testament to the idea that understanding and unity could transcend even the vastness of space, a concept that had once seemed as distant as the stars themselves. In the grand scheme of the galaxy, Maya and Zilth were but two individuals, yet their story illustrated the profound impact that empathy, courage, and friendship can have on the world. They had shown that when individuals come together, embracing their differences and working toward a common goal, they can change not just their own destinies, but the course of history itself. As the Galactic Academy looked toward the future, it did so with the knowledge that it was not just educating students, but was nurturing the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and peacemakers. The legacy of Maya and Zilth, a human and an alien from Zentar 3, would forever be a cornerstone of its ethos, a reminder that the most powerful force in the universe is the bond that unites us all.